We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Friday, May 19th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. You can catch Newsbreak each weekday at 7 a.m. Watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. We're going to take a quick look at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. Let's start with the weather forecast for today. Mostly cloudy skies. We're going to see a high around 89 degrees, a low of about 70, a 20% chance of rain. The 3-day outlook, going to be a wet weekend. Saturday, thunderstorms are likely. High of 87, low of 69, 80% chance of rain. Sunday, thunderstorms again likely with a high of 78, low of 60, 90% chance of rain. And on Monday, mostly cloudy with a high of 81, low of 61, just a 10% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Friday. The majority of third graders in Northeast Mississippi passed the 2017 third grade reading test on their first attempt. The Mississippi Department of Education released results from the test, also known as the third grade gate, on Thursday. Districts in Northeast Mississippi saw at least 85% of their students pass. Many area school districts saw pass rates of 90% or higher. That was the case for both the Tupelo and Lee County districts, with pass rates of 94% and 95% respectively. The Aberdeen School District was among the top scoring districts in the state with a 100% pass rate. Mac Curley, the school district's conservator, credited the student success to the dedication of Aberdeen's teachers and staff. Statewide, 92% of third graders passed the test. Students must pass the reading gate at the basic level on the Mississippi Assessment Program, which is Mississippi's state test. Passing demonstrates they are ready for more advanced reading instruction and allows them to be promoted to 4th grade. Those who don't pass the initial test can retest twice. 2 state legislators have filed a lawsuit contending the law that allows the governor to unilaterally make mid-year budget cuts is unconstitutional. Senator John Horn of Jackson and Representative Bryant Clark of Pickens are asking a chancellor to restore to the local school districts about $20 million in cuts ordered by Republican Governor Phil Bryant in February and March. The lawsuit was filed in Hinds County Chancery Court for the legislators by Will Bardwell of the Southern Poverty Law Center. The suit contends any mid-year budget cuts must be made by the legislative branch. Through a spokesman, Bryant disputed the conclusion of the lawsuit. He cited a 1983 opinion where the state Supreme Court ruled the executive has the duty to exercise budget control within limits imposed on the governor by the legislature. Citing sluggish revenue collections, Bryant has made 4 rounds of budget cuts this fiscal year, totaling about $170 million. In the last 2 rounds, he has included reductions to the Mississippi Adequate Education Program, which is the formula used to provide state funds for the basic operation of local school districts. Today is the last day of the school year for Tupelo students. The district's 6th grade school celebrated with a promotion ceremony on Thursday. Milam Elementary held the event to celebrate students moving on to the middle school next year. Students also received awards for their achievements during the school year. 6th grader Marlene Castillo said she is excited about graduating, but that she also enjoyed Milam Elementary. Milam Principal Paul Moten said the ceremony is a tradition that has been taking place for years. It used to be held over a span of 3 days, but they decided to make it a one-day event this year. Moten said this year's group of students is probably the best group of kids he has been affiliated with in terms of academics, behavior, and goal setting. Other school districts across the region also will be starting their summer breaks over the coming days. And in sports, Ole Miss softball has suddenly become a hot ticket. A program that has historically had no national relevance finds itself hosting an NCAA regional for the first time. The Rebels take on Southern Illinois tonight at the Ole Miss softball complex, which seats 1,000 fans. Temporary bleachers will accommodate about 500 more. The regional is already a sellout. Ole Miss is riding big momentum into the weekend, having won the SEC tournament last week. Coach Mike Smith said this regional has no easy outs. North Carolina and Arizona meet in today's opening game at 6 p.m. The Rebels have a record of 40-18 and are led by pitcher Caitlin Lee. She pitched the entire SEC tournament and has a record this year of 20-10 with a 1.78 ERA. That does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. We do want to remind you to check out a podcast we produce here at the Daily Journal, The Memo, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment with myself and W. Derek Russell. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Find it in iTunes or podcast apps or at memo.djournal.com. So look for today's episode in which we speak with Jenna Parsons about the food section in this week's journal. Also, M. Scott Morris offers his review of the new King Arthur movie, and Derek lets us know what's happening on the local entertainment scene this weekend. All the stories I talked about today you can find in your Daily Journal or at djournal.com. Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That does it for Newsbreak on this Friday. I'm Brad Locke. Y'all have a good weekend.